Welcome back to my Guitar-Nerdery program. Today I'm going to show you a fast descending shredding lick in E minor. It incorporates hybrid picking, left-hand legato and string skipping. Besides showing you in detail about the technique and the way I play this lick, I'm going to tell also about the concept of the lick for you to have a better understanding and to get your own ideas with these lick patterns. I recommend not to switch off the video after 1 minute because there's a lot of great information coming up. Let me start with the lick idea. It's in E minor, in E-Aeolian mode to be exactly, and I'm gonna start in the 17th position. It's mostly 16th notes and in the end a little roll of 32nd notes. Before I'm gonna play it again in an ultra slow version for you, let me explain in detail what I'm doing here. The first note is the C on the G string in the 17th position. I give it the jump start with the plectrum, and the next two notes on that string are hammer-ons. And then comes the string skipping to the high E string. I pluck it with my middle finger and all following notes are hammer-ons and pull-offs. Let me play that pattern again. This here is a kind of a trill. And then comes the string skipping again, back to the G string, back to the high E string, back to the G string, but on a different note. And now 4 32nd notes. Make sure they have the same length as if you would play two 16th notes. So the whole thing goes like this. And now I'm gonna play it again, nice and slow to the metronome for you to understand how it sits in the beat. 2, 3, 4. This is the lick idea, the motive, the pattern, and to be able to repeat that pattern downwards along the E-Aeolian mode, we have to understand a little bit of the concept. When I'm thinking in diatonic scales, that means a diatonic scale is a scale that consists of 5 whole tones and 2 half-tone steps, means the Ionian system. I'm thinking most of the times in 3 note per string patterns. I've already made a video about the 3 notes per string concept. It's my episode number 76 and I absolutely recommend to watch this if you're not familiar with 3 notes per string patterns. I'm talking about these patterns. And what has the lick to do with these patterns? All notes on the G string here are part of pattern number 2. But when I jump to the high E string, this is part of pattern number 1. So it's a combination of pattern number 2 and the upper end of pattern number 1. And that's the concept. If you know all 7 patterns, you can now create a descending lick. The next motive now would be one pattern down. So on the G string using pattern number 1 and the upper end of pattern number 7. Here it is. And using the same lick pattern idea. And the upper end is of pattern number 7. So that's the concept, and you can use this concept to go the whole fretboard down. The next would be G string pattern number 7, upper end of pattern number 6. The next one, G string of pattern number 6, upper end of pattern number 5, and so on and so on. That's the concept. Sound-wise, that lick sounds more like an arpeggio, because it actually is. Scales, arpeggios, chords, they're not so different. They're all consisting of the same material. It's just the point of view or the note choice that determines how you would perceive it or how you can see it. For example, this first lick here. It sounds like an A minor. Why is that? Let's take the point of view of these Paul Gilbert arpeggios. I've made a couple of videos about number 60, 62 and 79. I recommend them also, of course. And you can play an A minor triad arpeggio like this. These outer edges of the lick are notes of the A minor arpeggio, and we have 2 additional notes in between. This would be the major 9, and this would be the perfect 4th. But because the emphasis lies on the outer edges in that lick, we perceive it more like an arpeggio. And that's pretty cool, because you're actually playing sort of extended arpeggios. It sounds very nice. So now let me show you the whole lick using the main idea, starting in the 17th position and playing it downwards, fitting to the E-Aeolian mode. Starting with the first one in the 17th position. And using this 32nd roll to slide into the next pattern 1 down. And this would be the 1 again. The next one 1 down, goes like this. Next one is this. Seventh position. Fifth position. played these two patterns already, one octave higher. We are already through one octave. The next one is here. And the last one is with open strings. Now I'm gonna play it again, completely through, to a very slow metronome. And now at full speed. Finally, I have to admit this is not an easy one. It's very fast, it's very demanding for the left hand. It's very demanding for your pattern knowledge to memorize the whole lick. If you know those patterns, you have a better seeing, a better overview over the fretboard, and you understand exactly what happens there. And that makes it better to memorize. And yes, there's also string skipping involved. I think it's easily possible to play it also with a plectrum. There's a little moment when I jump between those strings. At full speed that is very demanding for the plectrum. And but what I can do doesn't mean that you can do it. I hope you like this video, I hope you like the lick, and I hope it inspires you to sink your teeth into it. And I'm looking very forward to see you next time.